So Trey, what do you got here? What number is it? Do you know?
35.
Alright, so Guy's got his plow all unloaded. It went very smoothly. He wants to go try it out. Yeah? George woke up from his nap, and you cannot have a tractor running without that baby fussing and wanting to get to it. So he says it's a John Deere 35.
He's gonna try it and then the power washer to paint it and fix it all up.
All right.
He just wants to run it a little bit before
Okay.
it's hooked up.
Well, go ahead.
Okay, come get George.
He's gonna cry. We'll walk. The sun is out for the first time in days. It took all day. It's probably about 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, early evening. So it's nice to finally see the sun. He just spread that load of manure from the barn, and we are blending in pig manure now, and boy is it fragrant. So the idea is that he wants to plow this under. We're gonna work it deep. It hasn't been plowed in years. He's been doing cultivation and disking. And we have got thistles and some burdocks, but thistles really, really bad in areas. And the areas that didn't have thistles have been trying to start up. Now that the rye's all down, look at that. I'll have to ask him how long it's been since the guy used this, but yeah. The smell of the dirt is so beautiful, and a deep furrowed row like this is just pretty to look at that. A lot better than I can do by hand. Yeah. What are they doing?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah. I think he was having a little trouble with leveling it. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Weed here. I got a couple of lovers mating on it. Lightning bugs, I think. So this area is full of burdock. There was nothing here. There was only like 2 burdocks in the whole field with the rye standing. And last year it was real thick here. So they've had some sun and some water and some chance to come up. And this whole field, like, see, there's a little bit of grass. Out of the whole field, there's only a couple of sunflower seeds that were able to pollinate after the rye got knocked down. I saw them sprouting up somewhere over here, but the thistle is already starting to produce flowers again, even though it had been knocked down before. But, you know, bound to happen, because boy, I tell you, it was reseeding the whole field. So plowing it is just the way to go to get it ready for next year. I am being told and educated on the workings of a plow. So the plow blades can trip if they hit a stone or anything, and he said this one was tripping too easily, which means something is out of adjustment or worn here in this section. We have 8 other sections that he can swap it out with from plows that we have parked out back that we're not using. So he's going to take it apart and take a look at it. They started to power wash it and didn't have enough fuel. So this is all going to get wrapped up for tonight. It's getting dark quickly. That beautiful sun. The hours, the time into all this stuff. I feel like we're just moving things around all day and all night, and it's time to start locking things up. So remember, lock things up. Don't rely on your neighbors to be good neighbors. Good fences and good locks make good neighbors. It's interesting to see what happens in a neighborhood when you first move in or when people think you're not home. I was lying on the couch one afternoon and I could see the shop from where I was at. And at the time, we had things kind of opened up. Neighbor just walks on up, walks in, finds some tools, decides he's gonna take a part off of a picker that we had because he needed it. Turns out he decides to weld it onto his part, and yeah, we're not getting it back. So good locks, keep things latched up. Doesn't matter whether I'm outside or inside, I keep things locked up and in sight if they're open, because people just wander on in and borrow what they need. So the weeks got busier with that last November hay harvest, and I didn't get to painting Trey's plow. He was working on sanding it, taking the wire brush to it, but you know what? He's 9 years old. I had other things to do. I just kind of let him start in on it. I honestly got nowhere on it, and I don't know a whole lot about plows or plows tripping. So I've been trying to educate myself as much as I can. So at least one good thing came about of me hurting my foot is I've been laid up and I've had a little time to do some research. So I have read the manual from front to back, and I am going to have to encourage my husband and get in here and help myself to tear this all apart, because it's better to go ahead, tear this down and rebuild it and actually get it fixed. You know, it's as old as it is, we might as well go ahead and fix it. Obviously the guy got rid of it because it was tripping on him, and you can see Trey has done a lot of cleanup on this. I really wanted to get it power washed, and it's just been too cold. This past Monday it was above freezing, and we had the power washer out to do a truck, but I have got no drainage right here in this spot, and we put some gravel down here. I didn't want to flood it and make it worse, so I'm just kind of waiting for him and a warm day. It's probably not going to happen till spring, but I'll tell you what I did is I picked up some supplies for Trey to put under the Christmas tree so he can make this exactly the way he wants. Our house is so full this time of year, and I wouldn't have broke my foot if my house wasn't so full. So we're focusing on things that are projects that the boys are into. Jack is really getting into this old Longhorn truck that's in the shop. Maybe that one's not a Longhorn, but it's a 50-year edition or something. It's real special. We'll go take a look at it real quick. So I don't quite know exactly what we're going to do for Murdoch yet. He's more into the computers and electronics, and we're trying to get them out of the house and get them working on something. I will tell you one thing I did get them, because I know they're not watching. Two of the kids had broken Kindle problems. One broke a charging port, and I haven't done a lot of soldering. I have the parts to fix it, but I thought to get it on time, we'll just give the old one to Bethany when we get it fixed and buy them some new Kindles, because there are huge deals on Amazon. Everyone's got their big Fire HD Kindles marked down to $39. So that's a good savings, because Jack just got his, and he went with a 7, and his was about $30 or so dollars. So anyways, it gets them online so they can have a little fun and do something. This is what Jack is working on. All of this auction stuff. We've been sorting through it today. I finished building my pallet shelf yesterday, and husband torched some of the supports that go on the front. I can show you that. But yeah, it's a custom camper, so it is a Longhorn truck. I believe they call this C30. It does have the Longhorn emblem on the back. Super neat truck. So his dad has got the ultimate collection of these, And this truck had been a special edition that they had, very rare, and all of these trucks, things like awesome power in them. So Jack has been learning everything for the last year about trucks and cars and power. So he wants to get into this and get it souped up. Now, a long time ago, somebody said, they'll eat crow if I ever get this truck running. And guess what? We're going to do a cold start video on this coming up. So watch for that. In the meantime, I am going to find out if we have car dollies or wheel dollies for that, because with some finagling around, we can push it right out for them to take it for a drive. It drove here to this farm. It was a running truck when it was parked, so there's no reason why it can't run. We can take a tractor battery out and plug it right into here. We've been doing that with the Dodge, and the Dodge isn't here right now, so you can't steal the battery from it. But this pallet shelving, we used it to build the overhead garage door early this year of 2019, and it was pushed off to the side, and the kids were parking all their toys around it, and I wanted it moved so that the Suburban can get brought in here for its repair. And I found out that we have these wire shelving units. They are 44 inches, and we had a 19-inch gap in the middle. So before he left this morning, he torched one of them to the measurements that we needed, and now we have a complete shelf going on the top of the bottom. And look at all that. That is a pile of wealth right there. That is Detroit diesel 871 parts, and holy cow, he said he got that at a marathon auction, Marathon Fuel Company. So you know, that's what he does. He finds things. So lots of projects that are going to be happening for everybody. We just got to narrow down everything with Christmas coming. I actually just found out Christmas is only 10 days away from today. We have got work to do. We've got so much work to do, but lots of things, lots of fun stuff going on all the time. Remember, watch for the next video. Watch for that cold start on that Longhorn truck, and we'll see you all next time. Remember to hit the like button for us. And if you're not already subscribed, give me a Christmas present and hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye.